Larry Pratt is the head of Gun Owners of America. This is the group that thinks the NRA is too liberal. So that shows you how out of it this guy is. Well, he went on the radio show Gun Owners News Hour, where he and the host Selwyn Duke proceeded to go on this ridiculous racist rant.
Some of the best Catholic priests I've seen in this country are from Africa. Africa. Intelligent men with PhDs. Not that a PhD means much, because you know what they say that stands for nowadays very often.
And
but
generally, the African from Africa is a very pro-American person, a very happy person. I know several, and they just always happy with a joke, a pleasant smile on their face, and they clearly don't identify with the surliness that's all too frequently the attitude of their fellow African Americans here. So it's a politically, like the country of Ghana, it's still illegal to commit an abortion. It's illegal to be homosexual. Very conservative social laws and very free market oriented as well.
All right, so did you understand what he said there? He's like, black people, stop complaining. These Africans come here and they're smiling all the time and they're not complaining. But if you're an African American and you're already here, all you do is bitch, bitch, bitch. Shut up about it, okay? We freed you. You're not slaves anymore. Then you had the Civil Rights Act in the early 60s. So guess what? By 1966, you should have been good, all right? You should have had your shit together by then. Look, here's my response to that, man. The reason why some black people complain sometimes, and by the way, there's also other minority groups that do the same thing, and white people that also do it, is because we should be complaining. And here are a couple reasons why. Black people and white people use drugs at the same rate. This is according to studies, okay? But black people are arrested 4 times more often for it. Okay, that's a reason to complain. If you're not complaining, you're not paying attention. If you're not complaining, you don't know the fucking facts. What are we supposed to sit there and just accept that? Oh, look, there's a clear racial bias in the criminal justice system. Well, I guess I gotta shut the fuck up about it. No, of course you shine a light on the injustice and you try to correct it. Okay? By critiquing and complaining, as you call it, that's not a way to drag the country down. It's a way of making the country better. Also, I mean, we've gone over the statistics before with resumes. There have been studies done where if you have a traditional black name on a resume and everything, the work experience is great, they don't get hits. But the second you change the name with the same work experience to a traditional white-sounding name, boom, hits from all over the place. Okay, that's pure racism. The online sales study was fascinating, where you have a black hand selling something versus a white hand. Same price, same thing, all the information equal, just a black hand and a white hand. Guess what? The white hand gets almost all the hits, at least 50% more hits. Okay, again, this is a problem. The ABC study that they did, where they had a white guy have trouble unchaining a bicycle, people just walk by. A white girl did it, people went to help her. They went out of their way to help her. When it's a black guy trying to unchain a bike having trouble, everybody thinks he's stealing it. Okay, this is why we're complaining. There's a reason to fucking complain. And then finally, did you hear what he said there about Ghana? I know it cut out for a second there. But what he said is Ghana and some other African nations are actually very, very conservative, and we can learn a thing or two from them. So they banned abortion. Everybody has guns. There's no centralized government, so it's a big free market, and we like it. And I think that's a fascinating thing that Larry Pratt just finally admitted to us, what progressives have been saying for such a long time. That libertarians like Somalia because there's no centralized government, and conservative Republicans like some of these insane states. Thank you for admitting it. You would prefer the United States government not be the United States government. Your model of what makes sense is not like Denmark or Norway or France or more civilized governments. You just picked Ghana. Thank you for showing us how irrational you are.